So the bag looks like this. As you can tell kind of from my head proportion to this bag, it's not super big, but it's not super small either. I was very surprised. I was doing my research on bag because I couldn't find much. I'll show you in the picture here kind of side by side of how this bag looks. So the front, the inside. They even have the color down to a T. I was like, wow, okay. And I was just so impressed. And it's hard to talk about how this bag feels. You can tell this hardware is nice and heavy and it smells good, and just the quality of this fake leather part just feels so nice. The dimensions of this bag is 12.3 by 19.2 by 3.5 centimeters. So it is quite nice. And I also have an iPhone 12 Pro Max. So if I put it in, let's see if it fits. It does! Wow, it actually fits just perfectly. So if you have an iPhone 13, it will probably fit as well because iPhone 12 Pro Max is quite big already. There's also slots for your cards as well, so you don't have to bring a wallet around because it's basically a wallet on a chain. In the unboxing video, I did show that they had this card. So I believe it's just basically the instruction care card and probably the authenticity card, but that was nice. And also I'm surprised that they actually gave the Chanel ribbon out. So I guess if you wanted to buy it as a present and you want to wrap the box in the ribbon, they actually give you one. So that is really nice. Also in the unboxing video, I showed that they had this bag that it was in. It's actually super nice that it actually feels like the box, but it's not suede, but it's kind of like a suede material, but it's super heavy duty. I'm really surprised that it came in this one because usually when you buy bags off kind of like DHgate or like the third-party websites, you kind of just get like a thin dust bag cover, but this one's super heavy duty. Like, the pattern of this bag is actually a quilted pattern and it is caviar leather. The side and here's a video of me just styling it. You can style up and style down. That's what I love about this bag. That is it for my video, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm speechless about the quality of this bag because I've definitely bought a lot of name brands from different websites, and this website is pretty good. I mean, yes, you can criticize about it not being like little bits and pieces here like some people do, but you know what? I mean, if you want to spend over a $2,000 bag, go ahead, not judging, but some people can't afford that. So I recommend checking out this website. And that's pretty much it, guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye.
None of the items that I've shown you has like problem with twist lock. Another thing to look for is like when the twist lock's kind of not turning properly, it's a little bit hard. that's also is going to be not good, right? So you want something that is like a full functioning CC turn lock, and a lot of these bags I never have issue. Last two bag I want to share with you today is this silver hardware. I've shown you a lot of like champagne or light gold hardware. Now you go for the silver. To be honest, with the silver hardware, you can't really tell as much as you would be able to tell with the gold, because the gold is a bit higher quality, and so the gold tends to be more orange on the fall bag. So when you go for the silver, honestly, like you can't really tell. Like these bags are so deceivingly like almost like the authentic. And look at the leather on this and the color of the ruthenium. It's supposed to be like a darker ruthenium gunmetal hardware. Look at that, looks so freaking amazing. This is one of the other bags I just received. I think this one's original quality too. So again, the key is always going for the highest quality one. Yes, they're going to be a couple $100. You know, you're gonna have to pay for what you want, but you know, I don't mind paying a couple $100 for something to get me as close to the original. But look at that. Even like the sound, it doesn't seem hollow. For bags sometimes you'll have like hollow or glassy sound. This sounds amazing to me. I've owned the authentic one of this line, and look at that, leather, puff leather. The color of the leather may be a little bit more matte or dry, but what I do sometimes, tip, you can put like conditioner, leather condition, to make it a little bit more shiny, and that normally helps, okay? But unbelievable color on the hardware, gets the authentic perfectly. And then this one, of course, very, very hard to find this one on the authentic. So yeah, look at the silver hardware, non-tarnished, one of my most used bag. I've had this for several years now, no problem on the turn lock, still turns. And the leather on this has a little bit of sheen, has a little bit of shine, you know, like that luxurious leather look that you're looking for when you get Chanel. The only thing that I might notice on this one is there's some indents on it. Like you want your puff and your quilting a little bit puffy, and this one does have some indents. But again, some of the authentic ones have that same issue. So these are currently like the best quality bags that I have on my collection that I think is like really, really amazing quality. I'll pop another picture. I think this bag, I don't remember where I got it from. I'll look. One of the closest Chanel classic flap that I've ever received, and I receive a lot because I've done a lot of comparison. Apart from this one that I think is like closest to my authentic one, it's this Chanel classic flap that I did that I can barely find fault on. It was so good. The leather and the quilt was spot on that you can't really tell. Like the best Chanel classic flap I think I've ever gotten. Yeah, I have to find who that seller was, but one of the best ones I've ever received. So yeah, if you guys have additional questions about these bags, you can always comment down below, or message me on Instagram or TikTok. I normally log into Instagram more, and I can respond there to you better if you have any more questions. And thank you so much for watching this video. Hope this was helpful to you, and hope to see you next time on my next posting. Bye, ciao for now.
Of a low offer. I did sell both of the bags to Fashion File, and so I did lose a little bit on the Chanel 19, but I didn't mind because I did use the bag and I did have my time with it, so I thought that, you know, it's fine. It's not like I never used the bag or something, but you know, I did use the bag, so I did feel like the price that I got it for was pretty reasonable. So I did decide to let both of those bags go, and I used those funds to buy these two bags, and I'm so happy that I did because I needed something else in my collection. Like, I love the classic Louis Vuitton canvas, don't get me wrong, I love it, I am all for it, but I wanted to get something else, and since I couldn't get my hands on the Sunrise Pastel collection, I went with the Stardust collection, and I don't regret it. You know, I actually really like them both. Either way, I love them, I like them, I don't mind it, so I'm happy with them. And yeah, you guys, so that is the end of my quick unboxing. I don't think I have anything else to explain about them. As you guys can see for yourself, the bag just looks extremely pretty. And stay tuned because I do have a couple more unboxings videos coming soon. I was able to purchase 2 bags that I've been really wanting, so stay tuned for that because that is coming pretty soon.
It says Louis Vuitton Paris, okay? And then on the inside, it also came with this pouch, and it has a, which I've already undid, has a lock and a key. Now, while I will never use this lock and key, I just think it's such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful addition to the bag. Why not, right? And so I've seen people put this here on the gold hardware, or they will put it on the flap that's right here above the zipper, or they would put it right here. So it's definitely such a cute look to this signature bag. And now I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about the durability of canvas. So I have had people ask me plenty of times, is it worth it? I'm going to spend $1,000. Is this a good investment? I am going to say yes. Please keep in mind, this is not leather. I repeat, not leather. This is canvas. But I'm a believer that if you take care of your bags will reward you and they will take care of you. My aunt has had her Speedy for 2 decades and it is in wonderful condition. It has some sagging to it because these bags do sag, even if it's never full. Definitely if it's the Speedy, there is going to be some sagging with these bags, and that is normal. If you are very worried about sagging, I do suggest an organizer. I use an organizer with all of my bags. I can put in the description the website I get them from, and they are good for 2 things. They would keep it organized and they will keep it with its shape. So it will help it retain its shape. So if you love the shape and you want to keep the shape that you see here forever, I do suggest getting an organizer. And you don't have to take the organizers out, right? Like I don't. I always keep them inside the bag even if I'm not using it. And it does help in the long run. So yes, these bags are very sturdy. Okay, if you tap it, you hear that? It is pretty durable. Now, I'm not saying this because I'm obsessed with Louis Vuitton. I'm saying this because I am obsessed with Louis Vuitton, and I've bought many of their bags because I've seen how well they have held up throughout the years. I do hope to get a nice leather bag one day, but for now I am with my canvas bags and they have done me very well. So if you're thinking about it, you like this size as a 35, you're thinking about getting a canvas bag, my vote is to say yes, definitely go ahead and do it because they are very durable. I throw everything in this Neverfull and it has still held up, okay? And so I'm gonna give you guys a good look. All right, that is all for this mini review and unboxing. All right, if you guys do like this video, please